Well, hello everyone, welcome back. So, happy Wax Plant Wednesday. I am posting every Wednesday, and it's going to be Hoya related content. If you missed last week, I did a part 1 video, and the category was silver or splashy Hoyas. So this is part 2. I showed my gray ghost, and I want to try this gray ghost. Look. This is one plant that I haven't done anything with. I got it. This is still one plant. I just kind of looped the tendril around over and over and over again because I wanted like a full wreath situation, but I think it's time to propagate. It still hasn't bloomed for me yet, so I'm still hoping. Maybe with a few cuttings it will like activate something. The Wilbur Graves over here. I'm going to try and tree fern. And then, what do you think, guys? I got my Xiaojier 003, also known as Silver Lady. I think I might add another trellis like I did in the last video to my silver dollar. I mean, more than ever, guys. These Hoyas are just growing so quickly these days. The roots are in the reservoir. I just broke a leaf, so maybe we'll just add a trellis. Okay, let's start with the Gray Ghost. I'm pretty sure it was my first silver Hoya, and then after seeing it, that's when the obsession grew. So like the Mathilde, if you watch that video, I'm not keeping this long tendril. I'm going to cut it off. This vine has so many new leaves. I usually make cuttings like this, and I leave a lot of stem because, you know, it can root anywhere. Then I usually eliminate a leaf. I know people ask why. It's also room, like sun room. It's not sun room. But if you have a lot of cuttings in one planter and the leaves are over top each other, they might be blocking, you know, that opportunity for that plant to produce food for the cutting, photosynthesis. They need light. And so I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm just gonna cut the second leaf. What do I left? Oh, with this, look at this. This silver. Wow, okay. See, you can get some leaves that are like more dusty. It's so fascinating seeing old nodes that didn't push out new leaves. And this is why people say, Kevin, don't cut the whole tendril, because there's still potential that they will push out new leaves. I mean, you could see that this node, Future Kevin, zoom in, over here, these are newer leaves, and it's like on one of the oldest parts of the plant. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to say bye, because that's not how I like to propagate. Look at this. Wow. Look at this silver. Wow. Wow. Okay. It seems to me that this plant kind of lost its silver as the plant grew, and you saw that with the Mathilde splash. Okay, I guess that's it, yeah. I almost made like more cuttings on one vine, but I think this'll do. Usually everyone's gonna hate me. I'm not gonna put cake dowels because I really just want a trailing one. Wait, is the one at work a Nova? The one at work is a Nova. Oh my god, I'm so wrong. This one's the Gray Ghost. Okay, so this is only my second one. Okay, this is gonna be so interesting. I've never propagated the Gray Ghost before. It's gonna be the same as any Carnosa. I don't know why I'm so excited. This is my... Oh gosh, it's heavy. Still a 2.0 mix. I might have just changed the ratios slightly. I think I put more pond because gosh, it's a lot heavier than my previous. Scoop in a little bit. You could check out my 2.0 tree fern video if you want. And I'm choosing a self-watering planter because I've said this before. I firmly believe that tree fern only works well if you keep it moist. And that's another reason why I have a lot more pond in my mix than other people. So when it's in a self-watering planter, it just ensures if you forget one time, there will be water in the reservoir to keep the substrate wet, and therefore, specifically with propagations, you know, they'll be okay. So I'm doing that strategy where I put the substrate to the top. I'm gonna fill the whole thing with water, and then it's gonna be a lot easier to put the cuttings in. I mean, I could actually just, okay, never mind. I could just push it in. Because a Gray Ghost has such large and thick stems, I think I can easily just push them through. So, oh yeah, here we go. Oh my god, I remember when I was watching, like, back in the day, like, maybe 2020, Kaylee Ellen talking about these super rare Hoyas, and at that time I wasn't even, like, interested in Hoyas, and I think the Gray Ghost was one of them. And this was at the very beginning. Okay, I'm happy with how many cuttings because I feel like any more there'd be a lot of overcrowding. So pretty, okay. Let's just add water, and again to the tippity top. Hoping that it'll be okay. Okay, Wilbur Graves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if... I just don't know... Am I gonna put in a big planter? This indecisive behavior needs to calm down. I'll just put them in the same like size as the other one. In the event that I need to repot it and maybe put a trellis, I'll do a bigger one. Oh, you're such a pretty plant. There's some leaves that are so close to the grow light that they're like pink purple. See, there's like too much happening. There's like a tendril splitting into two. There's peduncles. The plant's confused. Like, look. Oh my gosh, imagine a full planter. Wow, look at this one. That is so pretty. And then we have the same thing happening here where these are new leaves, but it's from such, like, it's from an older growth point. I am going to try to propagate it. Y'all know that I don't like when the leaf is in the middle of hardening off. There's just too much energy. I'm going to try anyways. What do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer trailing or... Ooh, I think this is one cutting I'm going to keep. Both leaves. I don't know, and they're kind of just like together. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't know why I like this pairing so much. Look, it's so pretty. Do you guys prefer trailing or trellis? There's certain ones I like trellised. I thought I would like this trellis, the Wilbur Graves, but I think I like it trailing more. Look at this vine, guys. It's so long. And as per usual, I am cutting the peduncles away. They just are energy suckers. I don't want that. I feel like I haven't really talked about like what's happening in my life. Have I? I don't even know. I went to Vancouver, y'all know that. My sister's getting married. The time this video is coming out, is it this coming Saturday? I think so. Oh my god, my shears, I need new shears. I think I said that before. It's spooky ooky season. Honestly, I love this season so much. I've been watching Agatha all along on Disney. I like it a lot. I just love Catherine Hahn. The first episode threw me off. I was like, okay, who are we trying to be? I get it. I get what they're trying to do, but I was just like, I don't really like this. Here's the thing, y'all. I was going to dress up like at work because it's going to be a work day when it's Halloween. I really want to be like a Star Trek like science officer or like, you know what I mean? Like the blue outfit, because it would just be so fitting being at the hospital and having that outfit. Y'all know that I love Star Trek, so it's like too late. It's already like October. I don't think I can do that. We're gonna do that same method with a tree fern. And then I think I do have to repot it eventually in a bigger planter, but I think for now it's gonna be okay. And I'm hoping in the future that because there's a lot of cuttings in here, they'll grow a root system. Obviously the planter is gonna be small compared to the amount of cuttings. And so I'm hoping there's just going to be a root ball, so it's going to be like easier to just pull out. I think honestly I'm going to speed this up. I don't know. I'm just going to pop them in. Same thing as like my Mateo with Splash. Try to put them close together because there are a lot. So 2. Okay, I'm going to speed this up, guys. So I had to fill, like I had to do that strategy where I fill the water level to the top, just so there's like displacement and stuff. When you fill up any substrate, it could be pond as well, to the very top, the water takes a space between the substrate. So because of that, it's easier to push down the stems and the cuttings into the substrate. And I think 44 is how many cuttings are in here. Can you believe? So it's going to be really exciting, like watching this grow and just doing like another check, just because like as you push more cuttings in, there might be just a lot of times when you push it in and then it pushes another one out. So I'm just making sure that's okay. And yeah, I think I just poured a little bit of water out. I do want to keep the water level high, but not insanely high. I don't know if this is okay. It's at the very top. Look at that. This is gonna be amazing, guys. Probably gonna just put a trellis on this one. I'm obsessed with this trailing, and I feel like the only reason why it's able to push out leaves trailing like this is because these are resting on the floor against my window. So it is getting a ton of light. It is supported by the floor. But I think I might take a few clips away. I'm gonna add another trellis just to get a taller situation. There's so many plants in here. I don't have any more trellises. I don't have any more. So I don't love you anymore. What kind is this? It's a medium. Okay, y'all don't laugh. I'm gonna have to take these small ones and just manage to kind of link them together. Is this what's gonna happen? Oh, I didn't know it was, like, I never knew. I always like overbuy things, and so I never thought I was gonna run out of those ones. Yeah, so I'm doing this thing where I'm just twisting them around each other. You know, I'm trying to work with what I have. Oh, that didn't work. Guys, will this hold? This is 3 small trellises. Will this hold? I think it'll be okay. I think the more vines that secure itself to this, it looks kind of scary. I just need to cut this. I'm trying to hurry up because my boyfriend has a meeting in 15 minutes. I'm trying to hurry. Okay, I'm just gonna thread. I don't know if y'all can see. This is so funny. Okay. Y'all might think it's funny, but it worked. So added trellis over here, and I zip tied it 3 times to the existing trellis. So I'm pulling it actually pretty hard. It's not releasing. So yay, okay. Now I think I'm going to take apart a lot of this. I might just take the tendrils that were going down and attach them up here. Ooh, it's gonna look so pretty. Y'all, I'm excited. Oh my god, I forgot about this tendril. Oh my gosh, hold on. Where do I put you? Look at this. It's already looking so good. Oh, do you see this? It's gonna be so pretty, everyone. I mean, she's already pretty, but like, can you imagine? She's gonna be tipping a little bit, but oh, I'm so excited. Yay. Okay, it's a week later. I am gonna show you the rest of my silver Hoyas. Now, there's some that I oh my gosh, words right now, it's very difficult. Some of them I don't need to do anything, and some I do. So I'm gonna show you one that I don't need to do anything with, my Hoya Nicholsoniae New Guinea Ghost. I'm not even gonna say anything. This is like, just insane. Like, next to me, everyone. Okay, I've been very bad at training the tendrils onto the trellis or the existing vines. So I left it for 3 weeks, didn't do anything with it, and then one day I was just like, I have to do it. So I didn't film it, but that's why I'm only showing one side. You see this loop of tendrils over there? I just looped them at the back because they were hanging on to other plants. They're actually pulling some plants down. And so, yeah, I tied them, and I'm still debating if I wanted to add more, like a 3rd trellis situation. Because y'all know that I added one already on top of the one that existed. So yeah, I don't know. I love this plant. I just like love how big it is. Look at this. It's gonna snap one day. So I guess I'm just showing it off. And another one I want to show off that is not silver. It has splash that I would still consider, you know, it looking. Or in this category, my Hoya Crassipetiolata with splash. She's starting to fill it up. She really is. Same idea. Like, I feel like these 2 Hoyas, they really grow at the same rate. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just clip some tendrils while I have her here. Okay, and then I just made a new batch of nutrient solution. Okay, I'll dilute it. I was gonna say I don't want to dilute it, but I'm gonna dilute it. So 1:1 nutrient solution and water. And it's not empty, so I'm just gonna fill it so the indicator just says maximum. Because there's a lot of plants in these planters, they really utilize, whether the pond is like holding onto it, or obviously they're being utilized by the plant's roots. It dries out really quickly, and so I always try to keep these 2 at maximum. I just don't want a situation where it dries out completely. But it is a gorgeous plant, and I can't wait for this one to fill out the trellises. So exciting. Okay, let me just like double check to see. Okay, there is a tendril attacking me. Do you see this? Oh my god, this sachet is so old. I haven't even removed this one. I'm removing the sachets of Californicus, though that's what these are. Oh my god, the falcons are back. There's 2 of them. Anyways, so Californicus from Copper. I ordered more, they're coming next week. So this one is a bit drier, so I'm just gonna water from this side. Overdid it, but I don't care. I didn't realize how much this grew, so we're gonna look together. Oh my gosh. Hoya Polyneura Broget. You see? I can't even tip it. Oh, see, the pond is dropping. I can't even tip it that far. But look at this. She is here. She's doing her thing. Oh my god. She's a lot bigger. And I don't look at her ever. I know that this part of the plant over here is, let me just, so you can see here that it's a bit more bleached looking on this side, and that's because these vines are up against my south facing window, and I think that's another reason why they've grown more. Lots of blooms over here. There's probably, I want to say, like, I don't know, like 8 bunches of blooms. I wanted this plant to kind of go down more, but the stems are so thick. My Hoya Polyneura outer variegated, the stems are thinner, so they actually go down more. This one, because they're thicker, they're just kind of going out. Like, do you see? It's just going out. And it's kind of getting too wide for my liking. And it's just kind of hard to like find a spot for it. So am I gonna make cuttings? I'm gonna make cuttings, I just know it. Specifically like these ones. But really, I should make a cut on all of them just so they branch somewhere and then you get kind of like a fuller situation. The thing is, because I have one at work, if y'all saw, that one is there. But again, I've never tried tree fern with Polyneura. It's annoying because a lot of them have blooms and I'm gonna have to like cut the blooms off. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut a few, just a few, because the one at work, y'all saw that the overcrowding really just, the leaves just looked so bad because they were just either morphed in a way because they didn't have anywhere to go. So maybe we'll just take a few. Okay, so I'm just gonna start again. I always keep, with these I keep 2 leaves. So I'm just gonna cut over here. You know, I was talking to my coworker, one of the nurses that I work with, and she was giving me like advice to like expand the plant business and stuff. And like, obviously I've tried that before. It stresses me out so much. Like, it's obviously not my priority these days. So, and anyways, I told her that the biggest thing that's preventing me, because I've opened more to the idea of it, it's space. I have no space here. I was trying to explain that like, if I were to ever think about selling, I would have to get rid of a lot of my personal collection, which I'm not ready to do. Okay, this side might be okay. Oh my god, did I get the sap on me? I don't think so. Wow, I didn't realize it was going to take this many cuttings, but we've committed. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. See, like, you take so many cuttings and the plant is still so full. Wow, okay. Reservoir, let's just fill it since I have her here. She's kind of at the medium point, so I'm just using that diluted solution. Yes, okay. But okay, let's say, oh my gosh, are you joking? It's still so huge. Oh my gosh, okay, let's put it back. Okay, so here are the cuttings. Again, I'm using this planter and we're gonna do tree fern. I just realized again, I've only tried the Polyneura and Pon. And so this is gonna be exciting. I'm gonna use the method where I fill the planter all the way to the top. So just pushing them through like that. And the reason why I'm just kind of going so quickly is because the stems are so thick. I don't need to worry about, as I say that, okay. Maybe I'll do the method. I'm gonna do the method where I fill to the top and then drain the water after. So, got the water level to the top. Even the ones that I pushed in already, I can actually push them deeper. So that's actually, this method is actually better. It's just so much easier because the water displaces everything. It kind of takes that room, and so you can just easily just push them through. You can also do this with Pon. I've done it before, and I didn't mention this, but like, do you see? Fortunately, I'm gonna have to take these off I'm actually going to cut the whole peduncle away because the flowers will drain all the energy. Okay guys, so now they're all in. That was a lot faster. You just need to lift this and then all the substrate will just settle around, but you also just got to check. Just empty it a little bit, and how exciting, new journey. I think I want to take 2 of these Lacunosas out and maybe put the big tree for how do we feel? This is sulcata. Okay, oops. Oh, I thought this was rooted. It's not. Never mind. I'm gonna have to keep this in here. I'm just gonna cut it in half. Oh my gosh, that's my bad. Okay, to me, they feel too dehydrated because some of these have roots. Moving on to the next one. Oh god, is it this one? Yeah, super silver. Over here. This one has roots. Oh, I made the assumption that they were all rooted. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna cut, I think I'm gonna cut this over here. Bye, sorry. So I'm left with this long stem with 1 leaf at the top. Oh, so beautiful. The root system is like, the main one is at the bottom, but I'm gonna submerge all of the stem in the substrate. The super silver. Look how pretty. I'm really hoping that at least one of these survive. Oh my god, it's so cute. So this is the tough part. If you have a stem that goes all the way to the bottom, this one had a root system, and then you have one that is like so short. So this one, it's like at the surface. You kind of, keeping the water level like still high. In the event that the bottom root system that already existed rotted, there is still a lot of stem where new roots could grow. So that's why I am keeping it higher. Okay, I think I have 2 more Hoyas. But like I think 4 planters in total that I want to show you. So I have my Hoya Coriacea silver. Here's the thing, I'm a little conflicted. So I'll show you the one that's in LECA first. My gosh. Okay, this one's in LECA in a self-watering planter. It is absolutely stunning. And if you watched my office plant tour, I have one at work that's also in LECA. I don't fertilize as often with the one at my workplace. I do that every 1 to 2 months. And so this one is getting nutrient solution every 2 weeks. Y'all know that I propagated this plant in LECA when I first got it, and it gave me this beautiful specimen. This one is doing well, and the leaves have the same thickness that I talked about when you compare the one that I initially had in LECA. But then the third one I put in pon. The one in pon, I think it's because there's not enough fertilization. But the leaves, you see how the leaves are a lot smaller? And specifically like up here, a lot smaller. And then on top of that, they feel so thin. And this is like what I was saying. I think because I don't fertilize the one in pon as much compared to the ones in LECA, I think that's why the leaves are so thin. So I don't know how I feel about the one in pon. I kind of want to cut it down. I don't know. Again, I was trying to achieve that full look like the Crassipetiolata and the New Guinea ghost, but I just don't like the quality of the leaves are not, it's not good. Okay, let me just like think about this for a second. So they're getting identical conditions. This one, the one in pon, and this one in LECA. I don't know if you can see the difference, but do you see how the leaves are so healthy? They're nice and thick. Even the stems are thick. This one, the stems are so skinny. The leaves are like so thin. And because I initially like grew this plant in LECA, I didn't know how it grew in other substrates. So, and yeah, maybe I should still give it a chance. Right? I think it's still a little early. I think I'm just being impatient. The leaves were not like, because I thought maybe I took these from like young parts. Look at this leaf. This is the propagation. It is clearly not young. It is beautiful. It is thick. Another one here, same thing. The other one's here. So it's definitely not like coming from a young cutting. It's coming from a mature one, and then it's produced leaves that are so small. Like, I don't understand. Maybe I should give it a chance. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay, moving on to the next, or the last plants. Ooh, Snow Queen, Latifolia Snow Queen. I'm so mad because the girl like got her good. Look at that. But these leaves, again, different degrees. And again, the Latifolia that I have at work I got it from this plant. It's when this plant reverted, I took the cuttings. There are still green leaves, but ooh, look at these long ones here. Oh my god, there's like long ones on this side. That one, then that one, and then that. Do you see? Oh, it is so pretty. Okay, so I just have a fear that these are gonna snap because it's like getting really top heavy. But this one is the least of my concerns. I think I'm not gonna do anything with this one. But I'm so mad at myself because this one, I have a trellis, but it's bending. And yeah, like these leaves are so pretty. Do you see? Yeah, lots of gorgeous leaves. Here's the thing. Look, it's leaning that way. And I have to lean this up against the window. And I just like, don't know. I don't want to cut it. These take forever to push out new growth. If I do repot it, I'm gonna have to break this huge root system of the reservoir, which I don't want to do. Can I like secure this better? How come it's like come apart? Oh, I'd even secure it properly, that's why. I think I'm gonna just keep it. Oh, I don't know. I just can't cut these again. It's been a long journey with these ones because they did take a while to push out new leaves, and plus there were a lot of vines that were just green. And now I got to a stage where like there's consistent splash. And so, even though she's leaning, I think I might keep her. Guys, these plants are so pretty. What's going on? What's going on? Man. Well, I guess I was just showing that. Now, there's actually one more Hoya that I forgot about and that I ignore. Hoya Michele MB1255, I think. So, I've talked about a lot how I hate these planters. The reservoir is like this small, and once they grow really big and they grow their big root system, the whole thing will disappear in like 2 days. And a lot of the time I can't keep up. When you rehydrate them, you get these black dots over here. Edema. What's up, girl? I'm gonna cut these back. I'm really happy that it did bloom for me again. In future, Kevin put in a picture. These are like in my top 3 blooms. They smell so good. They're very pretty. I'm gonna propagate this one down, and I'm gonna put in a bigger planter. I'm gonna put in one of these. And I'm really hoping that the splash stays. And another new thing, I'm gonna put in tree fern. Okay, water to the top again, just so it's easier. So I kept plants that had like half splash. And also, there are some green ones. Like this one, for example. It does have really nice splash, I would say. I also look at the back of the leaf to see if there's anything. There's minimal. But on the same vine, there was just really saturated silver leaf. So I'm gonna see. Again, with this method, you just need to go back and double check that the ones that you put in first didn't pop out. Like the ones over here are the ones I put in first, and they kind of popped out a little bit because I was kind of displacing, just pushing them all in. Okay, but yes, keeping the water level high. It's probably up here right now. And okay guys, I guess that's it. I love silver Hoyas. I love splash on Hoyas. They're so beautiful. And yeah, there's just so many versions of plants that you've seen before. Like, what was compacta? There's a silver version of that. Good and gadding. Like, it's to get my hands on more silver Hoyas. I just like can't. Again, thank you for joining me on another Wax Pot Wednesday, and I will join you in the next one.